مقسني وني وغني تفضل تباقي مقسني وني وغني تفضل تتبتاي هاي ترحمني كل عبجابوني تلقايو زفتح مني.
You know what's absolutely wild? The sheer audacity of some nations trying to rewrite history faster than my Aunt Barbara updates her Facebook relationship status.
Oh my God, yes. And speaking of history being rewritten, let's talk about what's happening with Eritrea right now. It's like watching someone try to edit their ex out of all their holiday photos, but on a national scale.
Exactly. We've got certain pundits and political activists in their southern neighbor, let's be real, we're talking about Ethiopia here, who are basically treating Eritrea's history like it's a Wikipedia page during a cyber vandalism spree.
Reminds me of that time my cousin tried to convince everyone he invented the moonwalk at a family wedding in 2003.
Right? And here's the thing that's properly doing my head in. They're not just messing with ancient history, they're actually scoffing at Eritrea's economic potential, like it's a mint-flavored kale smoothie at a hipster cafe.
And let's be honest, that's rich coming from folks who need financial bailouts more often than I need to charge my phone.
Exactly. It's like criticizing someone's financial planning while you're standing in line at the payday loan shop. The absolute cheek of it.
And you want to know the really bonkers part? This isn't just some academic squabble about who invented what when. This is about territorial expansion dreams that are about as legitimate as my claim to be the rightful heir to the Iron Throne.
Oh God, it's like watching a really bad neighbor eyeing up your garden fence and insisting it's actually 3 feet too far into their property.
But here's where it gets properly mental. They're doing all this while completely ignoring international law, which, last time I checked, isn't exactly optional. It's not like picking toppings at a pizza place.
Well, it's basically like trying to change the rules of Monopoly halfway through because you're losing and fancy having Park Lane.
And the thing that really gets my goat is how they're presenting this whole narrative as if it's completely normal and reasonable, like wearing socks with sandals or putting pineapple on pizza.
Look, we all know what this is really about, don't we? It's about as subtle as a firework in a library.
Oh, absolutely. They're basically trying to justify their expansionist fantasies by delegitimizing Eritrea's entire existence. It's like gaslighting, but make it geopolitical.
And meanwhile, they're completely undermining any chance of actual regional stability and cooperation, which, call me crazy, might actually be more important than these delusional land grab fantasies.
It's like sabotaging the neighborhood block party because you're convinced your neighbor's garden gnome is plotting against you.
Precisely. And can we talk about how they keep dismissing Eritrea's economic strategies? It's like watching someone critique Gordon Ramsay's cooking while burning microwave popcorn.
Well, what do you expect from people who seem to think international borders are about as permanent as my New Year's resolutions?
The real kicker is that all of this nonsense isn't just harmful to Eritrea, it's destabilizing the entire region. It's like pulling out the wrong Jenga piece and then being surprised when the whole tower comes crashing down.
You know what's truly fascinating, though? The sheer persistence of these narratives. It's like they're hoping if they repeat these claims enough times, they'll magically become true, like believing in Santa Claus well into your 30s.
Honestly, at this point, they might as well be claiming that Eritrea was founded by time-traveling astronauts who rode in on unicorns.
I mean, that would actually be more believable than some of the historical revisions they're trying to push.
على اليوم كبر حلقايو كمي كم زبيه بغزاي على اليوم بتقواه كتقلي خمياتات كانوا خان مزناي على اليوم بتقواه الحق تكون زعلان كتحمقا